Get up. Go back. I gotta do it. Go back. Oh, yeah. You can scoot over a little bit, because I'm going to be all up on you anyway. Oh, you're so cute. Alright.
No!
Excuse me. I gotta...
Put that in the beginning.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel and welcome. Stop! Today I have a special guest with me, my boyfriend, and today we're gonna tell you guys a story about how we met. We met in high school in our senior year. I knew we were on Twitter, but didn't really I couldn't recognize him in person or anything. But we had a mutual friend named John, and
No pity.
Oh my God!
Sanders.
And he...
Big head.
He was one of my best friends, and he was his best friend. John and I used to like each other, and it wasn't anything serious though. And so one day I didn't do my homework, and so I had to go to the... But see, I was a good student, so I'd never been in the computer lab before. But the computer lab is basically where you can go to finish your homework before school actually starts.
Or just to have a computer to use.
Yeah. So I went to... Well, for me, that was all I did. But I went to the computer lab to finish the homework that I didn't do.
I was finishing a project. It was a group project, and my group was pretty lazy. So I was doing most of the work, and I had to finish parts that my group didn't do. So that's what I was doing.
And so I walked in, and I sat at my little computer, and it was you, me, and one other guy. And so he was on the other side, so I couldn't see his face or anything. And then I specifically remember the guy that wasn't us, the guy who was in the middle of us was like, "What time is it?" And then we were both 9:34 or whatever time it was in the morning. And then when I heard that you were there, I was like, who is this guy saying the same time as me? Who else is here?
I think I got up to ask the computer lab lady.
I don't know what she was.
Yeah, I don't even know what her occupation was, but her name was Miss Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know if you went to Roosevelt or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to say something to her, and I was joking with her, and I was making her laugh, making the computer lab lady laugh, and I was making her laugh also.
You saw that I was laughing, so you were
Intrigued.
Yeah. So didn't you ask me for lotion?
Yeah, I asked you for lotion.
He
but I
was
don't think
sitting
that
far
came-
away though.
I don't think that came before.
I think you were you think I'm funny or something like that.
I don't remember
Something
that part.
happened.
Every time we talk about this, we always
forget little parts and
little
change the
stuff,
story.
yeah, and change it up and make it look cuter.
No,
It sound
no, we
cuter.
don't. After 5 minutes or so, then you were like, "Do you have any lotion, or does somebody have lotion or something like that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
She was nervous.
Yeah.
And she had came over to me to give me the lotion, and
Mm-hmm.
I said thank you, and she went back. And then once I was done, I came back over to her. And then when I came back over to her, I was kind of hovering over her, and I was like, "Oh, you John's little boo, huh?" And she was like, "Well, that's over."
Yeah, I was like, that's in the past. I didn't say that because I thought he was cute. It was true. It was a true thing.
Yeah.
And then you were like, "Do you remember me from Twitter or something like that?"
Yeah, I was like, I follow you, and you were like, "Really? What's your Twitter name?" And I was like, IOD on kicks. And this is irrelevant, but a lot of people when they see my Twitter name, they think it's Iodon. I don't know why.
I thought so too.
But yeah, it's IOD, I overdose on kicks. I made it back when I was young in high school.
I was like,
because
what's IOD? I thought that was some computer term or something.
I was really into shoes and stuff like that, so that's
into shoes.
That's what I came up with.
All his social media was just shoes.
Yeah.
It was one of those accounts where you never saw his face, just his shoes.
And then, so yeah, and I was like, my Twitter's name IOD on kicks. She was like, "Oh yeah, I think I have saw you, da da da," and I was like, "Yeah, I always see you on my timeline, you and John flirting."
Ew.
And you were like, "I do remember you," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm cute, huh?"
Oh yeah.
And you were like, And that I was like, "Oh yeah, she think I'm cute." Even if she didn't, the fact that she said, I knew she was
interested.
and somewhat interested, or like just playing along or whatever. Because you know, if you weren't interested, you'd have just like ignored me or something like that.
That was the beginning of me playing along with all your foolishness.
And then so after that, she had she was like and I was like, oh, like she kind of digging me. So I was talking to the computer lady a little bit more. I was kind of still joking with her, making her laugh some more. And then I had finished my work. So once I finished my work, I had walked out, like closed everything out, then walked out the computer lab.
And then when I saw him leaving, I was like, oh no.
She wasn't even done. Like, she didn't even plan on leaving that early.
Yeah, I just like closed out everything, and I don't even know why I went to follow you, but I just felt like I had to. And then I closed everything out, and like I remember like rushing, like my heart was beating, like putting all my stuff away so I could go.
She thought she was never gonna see me again.
Yeah, I guess, because I never seen him before. And then I like ran out the door, and then you were out there, and I feel like we have different like perspectives of what happened here, but I remember him like standing out there like just chilling, and I was like, you waited for me? And I don't remember if you said yeah or if you said I was tying my shoes.
I said of course.
Oh yeah, I thought he was tying his shoes.
No, I was on my phone, and she walked out, and she was like, you waited for me? And I was like, of course. And
mind you, we didn't like know each other's name
at all. I
didn't
like never seen her before other than on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I never seen her like in person. I just knew how she looked in pictures.
He was just a stranger to
me.
I don't even know what he looked
like. The thing is,
on
though,
Twitter.
I had like no intentions of like dating her. I was just that type of guy to just make people laugh and flirt. Like I wasn't like trying to like get her number or anything. Like I was literally just being me. I was just being myself. So.
But I thought he was cute.
So like I was just like just being funny because like I'm just a funny person in general.
Hello? No, he's not available right now. Alright, bye.
This girl. There's nobody calling. She just got that from me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I did.
I did.
And
I was like, of course.
I was like,
and then she was cheesing so hard, like she was just shocked. And then we started working, and I don't remember exactly what we were talking about at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, we probably took like 15 steps. We got to the stairwell, and the stairwell, it went down and up. So she was going up the stairs, and I was go to class. I was going down the stairs to go to my locker. And then she was like, where are you going? And I was like, to my locker. She was like, don't leave me. And that's where the clinginess started.
Okay, I'm not that clingy, but I was clingy in the beginning because I wanted to like know him. So then I literally came back down the stairs to follow him. And we went down to our lockers, and our school had like all of our lockers in one central area. So I was just following him, and then we talked about how like you thought out, because I told him that I was in the science and tech program, and he was like, oh, you a nerd, huh?
Oh yeah, I was like,
APs.
you a nerd, yeah.
And he was like, got that 4.6. Didn't you say you saw that post or something?
Yeah, you posted a picture on Twitter and you got like a 4.3 or something like that.
Yeah,
on
it was
your
nice.
report card. We was talking about like the people we knew and how come we never saw each other, because this was senior year. We didn't even say when we met.
Yeah.
It was November 5th, 2014. Yeah. So like it was senior year, like we didn't see each other for 3 years straight, and we just met. And the thing is, we have so many mutual friends.
Yeah, I think like, almost like probably half of our friends are mutual friends.
Like they all know each other, and it was crazy. I never seen them before, so.
Yeah, and you had like classes with all my friends.
Yeah, all the people you knew.
And like from what I knew, like afterwards when I had talked to our mutual friends, they were like, "Oh yeah, we had this class together."
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm like,
my man's, or
and talking about how he was like so funny and all the teachers knew him, and I'm like, how come I didn't know him?
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And then so basically we had parted ways, and then I had saw John, our friend, like my best friend and her best friend. I saw him like right after. So you know I'm like very respectful like as far as my friends and stuff like that. So when I saw him, I was like I saw I didn't say Bree, I said a mommy, because that's her Twitter name. And I was like I saw her in the computer lab and I was talking to her. And I was like, I'll get on that if you don't mind. And he was like, I don't care, that's old news. And I was like, okay, cool.
I can't believe he even said that, but it was true.
Yeah, he was. So I guess because they really didn't get serious. So like he wasn't bothered by it. So if he had said no, I don't want you to talk to her, I wouldn't have talked to her.
Yeah.
Because that's just how the person I am. So later that day, or evening, I low-key was thinking about her throughout the day. I was like, oh, I just met this girl. She was kind of like different. She was cute. And then later that night, I DM'd her on Twitter, and you'll probably see the DM in like 5 seconds. And
if I get my editing skills together.
and I was like, I'll start in your DMs if you don't mind. So basically, I think I asked for your number, and then you were like, but don't text me right now because I'm not in a good mood or something like that. And I guess she was kind of like intrigued that I wasn't pushing on her, like,
yeah, I was,
like not pressed, and like, oh yeah, why can't you text me right now, or like, dang, or like, you know, feeding into it, like, what's wrong, or like, you know, just kind of just left it alone.
Right.
And then I think I got a text like a few days later. Yeah, and she texted me, and then we kind of just like started texting. And mind you, that was like one day.
We like had really in-depth conversations, like from the very first day. It was never like, you know, WYD, like nothing. Like we were talking about a lot of different stuff.
And like the conversation never really got dry. Like if I felt like the conversation was dying, I would just like spark something up or try to think of something to talk about, just so we wouldn't stop texting, because I didn't like, just wanted to just be nothing. I didn't want it to be like, you know, boring.
And we were talking like consistently, like for the next like 2 or 3 days.
What really blows me is that I honestly don't remember how our relationship was before we started dating. I don't remember. Like I don't remember.
Friends?
Yeah, like did we see each other in school and like say hi? I don't remember any. I don't remember any of that. So I just remember texting her.
He had a half day, so he left 4th period out of 8 periods. So after that, I never like ran into him anyway.
Yeah.
But oh, I remember one time. Okay, we'll get to that. But so we started FaceTiming like the 3rd day. I don't know how that started.
Yeah, I think I just asked you what you were doing or something like that.
Yeah,
and it was just like, you want to FaceTime? And she was like, sure.
I don't know why I said sure, because at that time I was like super insecure about FaceTime, and I like didn't want people to see my face. I don't know why. And yeah, so then we did, and it was strangely comfortable. And
yeah, we hit it off the first the first night, like.
And I remember specifically, like, we got into this huge conversation about like society and like people's perspectives and all this stuff, and I was like, he's so smart. And like we talked about like economy and stuff, and he like knows what he's talking about, and he wasn't just like saying stuff to say stuff.
Hit on her,
he was just being a person. Yeah. At that point, like I was like getting all the butterflies and stuff, because I was like, he's different, and like he's like not just like trying to say I'm cute or anything. I mean, he did eventually, but like it wasn't like OD. Like he wasn't like trying to like make me like, you know, do anything. He was just kind of living and developing the relationship. And then
well, one thing that was in the beginning, she was she says that she was joking and playing around, but I think, you know how people are like joking but half serious, but they want to play it off like they're joking, so if they find out you don't like them, they can act like they were joking, if that makes sense.
Nah, I just didn't like him. I didn't want him, so I was just...
She was being like very like pushy. She was like straightforward. Like she was like, oh, yeah, you're gonna be my future bae, and you're so cute, and calling me names and like nicknames and stuff like that.
I said he was mine from like the 5th day.
Yeah, like
but I was joking.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. I literally had no interest into like making her my girlfriend or anything. Like I was just talking to her as a friend. And she was just showing, like, she was showing me that she was liking me. And once I saw that she had interest in me, I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of, you know, usually the guy has to show that, and it's like the girl is like, well, I don't know if I'll see if I like him or not. But since she was showing interest in me, which was kind of different, it made me started liking her, because like
he was an ugly little boy, so no girl was ever trying to get with him.
That's not true. Far from the truth.
I mean, he glowed up though. He was just, I'm gonna insert pictures of the old shoe.
I was fat.
For like 9th grade.
9th grade, I wasn't bad.
10th grade.
Yeah. So when she showed me that she started liking me, like it made me want to like her. So I started like catching feelings, and the moment I caught feelings, she sits here and texts me. So she starts noticing that I'm flirting back, and it's like, oh, well, I don't want to lead you on.
I like actually caught feelings, But he was already in that mode where he
Yeah.
wasn't gonna let himself catch feelings
Right.
for me. But I was like, ooh, like I got feelings. And so I basically had to tell him outright
Yeah, like
that I changed my
yeah.
mind, basically. So then you knew that I liked you. So, like, I don't know, I guess the dynamic of our
Yeah.
relationship kind of changed.
It changed, and since we both knew we liked each other, we had a short amount of time where we were talking,
Mhm.
and I remember thinking like you were still talking to other guys and like flirting with guys and stuff like that, because I kind of like knew we liked each other but didn't know like where we stood.
Mhm.
So I thought you were still talking to guys, and I remember you telling me like, I'm not talking to anyone, like I like you.
Yeah, I remember
she
like
was so
really,
mad.
I was like, I remember one time he was totally joking and was like something about how I was gonna go hang out with my other guys, and I remember being like, there's no one else, like I like you. One day when we went on a date and we were coming back to school, he was taking me back to school, and we were walking down the hallway, and it was like lunchtime, so nobody was like really in the hallways.
Yeah.
And I remember you like we were like laughing about something,
Yeah.
and you put your arm around me and kissed me on the cheek.
Kiss you on your cheek.
And I was like, he kissed me. I was like so pressed, like so could you tell? I don't know.
Yeah, you were kind of trying to hide your smile.
I was so pressed. I was like, cause like he didn't kiss me on my lips, he kissed me on the cheek. Like that's so cute.
It happened again. Like we went somewhere and it was coming back, and we were walking in the hallway, and I was just looking at you, and you were like, "Are you gonna kiss me or not?" Like.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Cause I was like, I know he's going to eventually,
Yeah.
and like I was kind of wondering why like he hadn't made a move on me yet, because we had been alone so many times,
Yeah.
and like we both knew we liked each other, and like why hadn't he kissed me yet?
I'm the type of person to observe someone's actions and their body language, and so I like to make sure it's the right time.
Mhm.
That's what I do. And
So I was all impatient because I was like, just seal it in, man. I think we were just saying goodbye, and I was holding him,
Yeah.
and he was like looking at me, and like I knew he was gonna kiss me,
yeah,
and
we
then
just
he kissed
kissed.
me, and I was like, and I think I asked you to kiss me again. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like that happened,
Mhm.
and then he walked away, and I was like telling my best friend like everything that happened, and yeah, I was just super pressed. And this was November 18th, I think.
Mhm.
So that was almost 2 weeks after we met.
After we met.
Yeah. So after we had our first kiss, we had like another reevaluation of our relationship. I remember we had that conversation about like how would it be if like we were dating, and like how you made me lose my train of thought. I told him that I wanted to be his girlfriend if he wanted it, and I remember telling him like, this is how I want you to ask me out. This is the day I want you to ask me out. Like
No, what happened was that I wanted to. It was the 18th we had that conversation. The 19th, I wanted her to be my girlfriend, and she's so weird. She said, "Well, if I'm gonna be your girlfriend, our anniversary has to be on an even number." And
Yeah.
it was the 19th,
yeah.
so I had to wait till 12 o'clock.
Yeah, he asked me out at midnight, and it was so cute. I didn't expect it to happen that night, but we were just on the phone, and it was like, it like just turned 12, and I should remember how you asked me.
I don't remember either.
It was something really smooth. It wasn't just like, I think you were like, so you're gonna be my girl or what, or something like that.
I don't
I feel
remember.
like it was something like that. And I was like, really? And then it was official, and I said yes. And then, and then the next day, like the 20th, the day that we started dating when we went to school, it was like weird.
It was super weird.
It was like,
I don't know why.
I think it was because it was still like early.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people knew me, but then a lot of people didn't know me. So
Right. And a
Like,
lot of people
people-
knew me.
yeah,
And
like a lot of people. Like when I mean a lot, meaning that a numerous amount of people. Like a lot of people knew me. Like in different spots, people knew me over the school. But like almost everybody knew her. So when
Yeah.
people saw her with me, people were like, who is this guy that
Yeah,
she's with?
yeah.
So
And like
a lot of
people,
guys were jealous too.
yeah, and people had like this idea of who I should be with, and
Mhm.
like I had dated like the point guard of our varsity basketball team, so I guess that was like a standard or something. I don't know. People didn't know him as much as they knew the other guy, and like it was just really weird. I knew that people were like questioning us and like looking at us, and like I was
We even
happy.
wonder how we even knew each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
'cause
And like, I mean, we were happy. It's not like it like
Yeah.
took a toll on us or anything, but it was just weird, like walking to class together and like,
It was
do
a
we
huge-
hold hands? Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
It was a huge respect thing too. A lot of boys or guys didn't respect it.
yeah.
until,
Oh
like-
man, the beginning of our relationship was hard in that guys wouldn't accept that I finally had a boyfriend again. Like, guys would say so many like things to me, and he would get so like, not upset, just like frustrated. Like, why are they like?
And I
saying
couldn't
these
do
things?
anything because I had a half a day. So I would be.
Yeah.
They would never ever say anything when I'm there.
Mhm.
Like, we would be there for all 4 periods. I would walk to class every period. They would never say anything.
Mhm.
And as soon as I go home, like some guy said something to her, or something
Yeah.
happened. So it's not like they were doing it in my face because
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna let that happen. But
Yeah.
as soon as I left,
And
anything went.
there were
then.
no restrictions.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one day you had just left me at my locker, and he who shall not be named came up to me, and I like had my hands in like the sleeve of my, I don't know if I told you this, but I had my hands in the sleeve of my sweatshirt, and he like came up and slid next to me and was like, "What's up, Brianna?" And I was like, "Hey." He was like, "So you with that dude now?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he just like silently like slid his hand into my pocket, like where my hands were. And I was looking at him like, "What are you doing? Like, can you move your hand, please?" And he was like, "Who's gonna stop me?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like that."
You
Like,
didn't tell me that.
yeah, it was just stuff like that. Like, guys would be so slick,
She's so nice. It's just that like she would never actually like
confront anyone,
or like actually say anything like you should stop or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So
And like, these were like, I mean, it's like weird to say now, but like, these were like my friends, like people I had known for the whole year, and like, I guess people felt like put on the side that I had just met him, and like he was already like.
and I feel like a lot of
important.
guys like you were nice and like you flirted with a lot of guys, not in a bad way. Like you were single, so
Yeah.
like you flirted with guys and guys felt like that was taken away from them.
Right. Yeah. And so yeah, that was like for the first couple weeks, maybe the first month.
Month or two.
Yeah, and
It still happened even right before we graduated. Like
yeah.
if I didn't come to school one day, like
Oh
something
my god.
happened.
And I remember
They
like,
would just be at like, "Where's your boyfriend?" And if she say he's not here, or
oh my god, they
just
would
realize
jump
they
on
would,
it.
They would just.
I feel like they got even more aggressive, like the later we got on,
Yeah.
because like they were like, "Oh, like it's real, like we can't have this happen," kind of thing.
Right. And that's the thing, like I'm not some type of thug or anything, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up for myself, and like I'm not the type of person to be looking for trouble either, but
Mhm.
I'm not about to just let you disrespect my girlfriend.
There have been
so-
times where he's like had to say things to people because like they were staring at
Yeah.
me too hard, or like
being disrespectful,
yeah,
not
said
saying the
something.
right thing.
Yeah. So, like, he's not dumb. Like,
Yeah.
he knows when guys, you know way more than I do, when
Yeah.
guys would say stuff because of, like, that intention.
Right.
So, that was weird. And then,
This was the story about how we met, so I think it should end here.
oh, no!
We can have more stories in another video.
Okay, then we lived happily ever after.
So yeah, that's our story on how we met, plus some extra details to a couple weeks after we met, because she was just going on and just wanted to tell our whole relationship story.
I'm sure they want to know, though.
Yeah, we can do that in another video. That video is probably like
60 minutes.
yeah. But yeah, I want to shout out to my boy John.
Yes.
He was like he's basically the spark of this relationship.
He initiated
basically.
us.
That's my blood brother right there.
And
So,
even like once he knew we were together, he was really supportive of us too.
Yeah.
So
that's my brother.
thanks, John. So he'll be back very, very soon. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you think he's handsome. And comment what you guys think of our story. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You gotta open the fingers. Ow, it!
Boom. It's lit.
Why would you do that to me? Oh my god, did you fall? You look so good in this camera.
So who?
So good in this camera.
Thank you.
I'm not telling you.
What's the gift,
Stop.
Look at your face.
I can't see it. No!
What?
She doesn't want it.
Yeah, we gotta switch. I kiss you.
No,
once we
just kiss
switch.
me.
We gotta switch first.
Ow.
Oh, you okay? What happened? What happened? Where is it? Oh, your hair smells nice. You used my hand sanitizer, didn't you?
Nah.
What'd you use? Don't say my ass or something like that.